Hi, I'm Margaret May. I live in northeastern Pennsylvania, and I'm doing this video of my garden for my daughter to show you some of my failures and successes and challenges of growing a garden in the woods. And it's very interesting, and I hope that you enjoy this, very much. So we'll continue on with my journey through the forest. Okay, this is the beginning of our yard, and this is a viburnum which has really white flowers in early spring, which is very pretty, and they have a beautiful smell to them. And then this is just my rock garden. I have a lot of rocks to outline my garden, and these are some perennials and annuals, and this is another viburnum, and then these will bloom. They're tiger lilies, and so I kind of mix annuals and perennials. I have some herbs up there growing, which are kind of fun to do, and then and these are pears. They're miniature pears, and they're very nice to have in your garden. And this is a lot of shade. You have to grow a lot of shade plants, and because we just have so many trees, so it's a challenge, but it's very interesting. And this is my small garden. I have daisies, which are not blooming yet, but they will be, and some daisies there I put in. These are perennials. They just come up and grow. They keep spreading. I think they are coreopsis. And then I have some ajugas, which are gone now. And then I've just put in some perennials. I do a lot of landscaping with rocks because we live in an area that has a lot of rocks in shade. So those are irises, which they will be coming up soon. And then this is a blue spruce, and these hostas are very good to grow here. They grow really large, and they're protected, and they like shade. They really nice. And this is kind of my secret garden. And I created the secret garden. I like it back here. It's shady, and that's why I made these gardens here with, I put more hostas in, and these are small hostas, and then these are also viburnum. And this was a lilac, which was really, really nice, and they bloomed, and so they're done now for the spring. Then we come back this way, and I have this is a little sitting area, and my clematis really came out nice this year. They need to be cool. Their roots, I learned that they have to be cool, and you have to keep them shaded and cool. And it's kind of a nice little sitting area here. And then I have some more hostas, and just of course a lot of rocks, and ferns. These just came from the woods, these ferns here. So this is a really good area to grow impatiens, because they like shade. They don't need a lot of sun. They have light. So I try to mix them with hostas, which will, be a perennial, and they'll stay here. And there's some grasses there, and there's a chipmunk in there too. And I just put these in this year, the other hostas. So I just kind of make it green and leafy, and this area here, we created from a lot of sod that we took out, and we built this up here. And this is kind of my rough area, my wooded area. And these are astabes, which you can see they're just starting, and they're really pretty, bright pink, mauve. And then of course, I have some ivy back here. Okay, these are heuchera, and they will get a flower, but they're mostly colored leaves, which are really nice, and of course they're perennials. Again. These are, I think they're like I can't remember the name, but they do get white flowers, and they get a lot of bees on them. And they don't bother you, they just really like it, you know. They're kind of a fragile flower, they break easy. They're a shrub, they're kind of a shrub. And then these, this is another clematis that I've had for years, and it was like, just took a while to get started, but I got it stuck to the tree there, and it's really, it's a different color, it's nice. These are called ligularia, which they get a big yellow flower, and they get a lot of bees on them, and they just keep spreading. You have to pull them out unless you really want a lot of them. Okay, now we're coming into this is my fern area. I planted some of them, and some of them I think are spreading from the first two that I planted. And this is creeping Jenny. This just keeps spreading, and you have to pull it out to control it. But it's a nice ground cover, and you know, if you listen. And then I planted some more hostas back here. These are my painted Japanese ferns, which I really love, and they're such a pretty color, I think, you know. And I just like this little area back here. It's just kind of rustic. Okay, these are the ajuga. This is kind of what they look like when they're, and there's a purple flower, and they just were purple, and they just spread, and they're really a nice, but they like a lot of moisture and shade. So they're a nice thing. Of course, this I've had for years, and it keeps getting bigger. This is a begonia, which they also like shade, and it's, you know, I just put it in the pot and see what happens. This is a wigela. That's a burning bush, and that in the fall will get really bright red. These are just some annuals I put in. These are lilies, which get really bright yellow and are really beautiful. This is our beds that we put in here, and this is my only rose bush that I have. Well, I have a miniature one, but this comes out really nice. This was our project for this year, putting up the bird feeders and trying to make them squirrel proof, but then we didn't want to deprive the squirrels, so we feed them on the bottom, and they have a lot of fun going up the pole and running around. And so my husband Don and I put them up and worked on them through the year and kept the birds. It was a lot of fun through the snow, different birds, and now we have different ones because they migrated away. And so this was a lot of, you know, our other project, and so I guess we're gonna keep it and and gonna put a bird bath in, probably up there. So I hope this is the end of the tour. I hope you enjoyed my little garden, and thank you very much.